This is your invitation to step into the woman you've been becoming all year. In this season 1 finale, I'm inviting you into something special. I'm reading an excerpt from my book, The Royal Holiday Survival Guide, a chapter designed to help you enter the new year with elegance, clarity, and strength, not resolutions. I'll guide you through the mindset shifts, rituals, and identity changes that create true transformation in the new year. This is not a resolution. This is your rebirth, your moments, your resets, your soft beginning. So grab your favorite hot beverage and a warm luxury throw blanket, and let's get started.
Becoming the magnificent, the empowered, strong, and gracefully, with poise and elegance endlessly, I am who I was born to be.
Welcome to Becoming Conversations in Elegance and Empowerment, where we explore living with purpose, grace, and confidence. I'm Sine Lusinger, your host, author, and transformation guide. Gentlemen are welcome to listen, but this podcast is designed for the elegant woman becoming all she's meant to be. This isn't just a podcast, it's a conversation, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Visit becomingpublishing.com to grab your free Elegant Woman's Essentials download, PDF and audio, for becoming the calm, confident queen of your own life. And join the conversation by leaving a comment and following this podcast. If you find value in this content, please share it with your fabulous friends who could use some elegant guidance. Now, let's dive into today's topic. Honestly, this is the first time I've ever done a book reading, and I'm so honored to have you share this experience with me. Let's begin. Chapter 9, Creating Lasting Change and Transformation in the New Year. In 2016, I was going through a lot of changes in my life, and that David Bowie song Changes was stuck in my head on repeat. The theme of change and transformation was subconsciously coming out in my work too through writing and content creating. I was experiencing internal and external transformation. I'll get to that in a minute, but first I want to talk about changing. Lasting change, not a short-term fad type of change. This time of year, many people make their New Year's resolutions because it's what everybody else is doing and they want to be just like everyone else. Some people do think it's a good idea to make some changes this time of year, but many don't stick with it because they didn't do the groundwork first. The day after Christmas into January 1st is when everyone makes resolutions to transform into their best selves. Those plans are usually thrown out the window by week 3, and typically much earlier. I always advise people who want to buy a gym or studio membership to get the low price at the end of December, but wait until the 3rd or 4th week in January before going. By that time, most of the people who gave up on losing weight are back at home on the couch, and you don't have to deal with all the crowds. In 2015, I was reading a lot of advice online about how we should just forget about resolutions that year. Someone close to me hadn't read any of the information I did, but I was surprised to hear her say that she refused to join the office weight loss pool that year, saying she wasn't bothering with that stuff that year. She was usually very much up for a challenge. If you've read any of my work, then you already know this, but for the newbies, I'll tell you that I think the new year actually starts on your birthday. If there's a collective new year, it would make more sense to begin it in the spring when everything is coming back to life. But no one paid me for a consultation when they were making the calendar. I was thinking a lot in 2015 about how every day should be New Year's Day and how we can decide each morning to improve our lives. The way I see it, we are all in the process of becoming something. Fathers, mothers, professionals, older, wiser, etc. The opposite can also be true. We can be doing little things every day to subconsciously sabotage our positive progress. What's happening inside shows outside. I truly believe that your insides always show up on your outside. Maybe not immediately, but over a relatively short period of time, they just do. Even with my vision issues, I can look at someone and tell what's going on inside their heads. I've seen women who've been hurt by men in their past. Instead of working on themselves and starting anew, they have held on to the anger, hurt, and bitterness and have looked for ways to get revenge or their own brand of justice by trying to hurt those men and make them feel the same kind of pain they do. You know what happens to these women? They literally look old, haggard, and bitter. Their faces look like they just sucked on a ripe lemon. Seriously. Their energy is so negative that it can be hard to stay in the same room with them. Then there are the men whose bodies are bigger than their heads. They made grave mistakes in life, but instead of trying to fix things with those they have hurt, they dove headfirst into the bottle, pipe, or refrigerator. They no longer wear their happy smiles, but sport a straight-lipped stance with bloodshot and clouded eyes. The weight their bodies are carrying speak volumes about the torment going on inside their heads. All these people are living miserable existences, and everyone can see it. They don't need a help me sign around their necks because their faces and bodies scream it for them. Does this describe you? If so, I have good news. It's never too late to change as long as you're breathing. I'm a prime example that you're never too old, too big, too stubborn, too anything to change. I went through a physical transformation in 2016 when I lost 70 pounds. I was amazed when I looked in the mirror and saw muscle definition in my body without working out, or when I would go to try on clothes and have to ask for an extra small. Just 2 years earlier, I was squeezing into a size 14 jeans in total denial. A year after that, I was proud of myself for losing 10 to 15 pounds and wearing stretchy size 10 shorts. I know where I was and how hard it was to lose just 10 pounds. There was a time that I thought it was nearly impossible. Today, 10 pounds is nothing. See how when you overcome something that seems big in your eyes, that giant turns into an ant to you? Don't get me wrong. I had to slay that giant again after working in a toxic environment for a year, and I gained 35 pounds back. What I can tell you is that I didn't just lose 35. I lost even more and got to the lowest healthy weight for my height. I haven't been that small since maybe my freshman year in high school. For me, I completely changed my focus from desperately wanting to lose weight to wanting my vision and health to improve, even if I never lost any more weight. Isn't it funny how that works? The weight loss has been my only barometer to measure if my health is improving, but I knew it was because of the changes I was seeing on the outside of my body. Another example of how I believe the outside matches the inside. I just took each day at a time and did the things in that 24-hour period that I was instructed to do. It was that simple. One day at a time, just like they say in the 12-step recovery programs. Like I'm always saying, just do the next right thing. Is anything in this discussion resonating with you? If so, I'm beyond honored to be part of your discovery process. I'd love to continue this journey of becoming with you. So I invite you to follow and subscribe for weekly elegance and empowerment conversations. Coming up, we're going to continue reading the book and diving into how to control our thoughts and look at the process of change. If you're ready for more than just inspiration, if you want tailored transformational support on your journey, visit becomingpublishing.com to explore my private coaching and guided programs. You don't have to do this alone. What are you thinking? I hear people say all the time, I'll be happy once I lose weight. I'll be happy when I get married. I'll be happy when my kids are grown up and leave the house. I'll be happy when I make X amount of money. My response is always the same. No, you won't. Those things don't bring true happiness. You have to make yourself happy in this moment, right now, in this state. Those are all great goals to have, but why wait for a certain thing to happen before you're happy? That is giving your power away to outside forces. I was telling some people in 2016 that losing weight doesn't make you happy. I lost 70 pounds that year, but I still had the same issues I had before losing the weight. Yes, it's wonderful to see the scales display numbers I hadn't seen in years. However, I was still the same person dealing with the same issues. We have to decide first, before we ever start a change process, that we're going to be happy in whatever state we find ourselves. We have to celebrate our milestones and accomplishments, and we have to make a plan and stick to it. That's how lasting change occurs. It isn't magic fairy dust that is sprinkled on us while we're asleep. Although I did try sleeping on my textbooks during high school and college, but it didn't work. I had to do the work, and so will you. The process of change. Many people have the wrong idea about change. They think you can take a pill or get cut on and bam, you're transformed. No, you're not. That isn't real or lasting change. I know so many people who have had all the plastic surgeries and weight loss surgeries, and they look exactly like they did before going under the knife. Some of them larger and worse than before. When we try to take a shortcut instead of letting the process work its magic, we will get some results, but they're only short-term and short-lived. I tell my clients and people I talk with all the time that change is possible, but it doesn't often happen because it isn't a quick or easy process. Often it involves a lot of pain and can take many years to complete. Real change isn't for sissies or the faint of heart. Most people can't handle it, so they choose not to change or go the counterfeit or knockoff routes. That's what I call the pills, potions, and surgeries. I'm not saying that is an easy route either. I'm told recovering from those types of surgeries is incredibly painful and takes time for the body to try and heal itself. My point is that if you're going to embark in the change process, you need to have a good plan, do your research, and be fully committed. That means having a backup plan if and when things go wrong. In addiction recovery counseling, we call this a relapse plan. It is always done, not because we don't believe in a client or his or her ability to change. It's done to empower the client to change their course. Remember the first GPS systems that were in cars? When you didn't go down the exact path it had set out for you, it would say, recalculating, until it finally figured out where you were and created a new plan to get you to your destination. Having a plan B, or C through Z, is also advisable and wise to set you up for success, not failure. Having a backup plan or multiple plans empowers you to continue on your journey of change while knowing that you can course correct any time you may need to while still heading toward your destination or goal. As I've been saying, change is a process. It has 6 stages. It's a little like taking a road trip. You have to first decide that you even want to go on a trip. Know where you want to go, have a map, plot your route, make sure you are going in the right direction, and change your course if or when needed. These are the stages and what it looks like. Pre-contemplation. A person is not yet acknowledging that there is a problem behavior that needs to be changed. They are often still practicing the behavior and could be in denial that it is a problem or defending the use of the behavior. Contemplation. In this stage, a person is acknowledging that there is a problem. That's where it ends. They are not yet ready to change or sure if they want to even make a change. Preparation/determination. This is the stage where a person is getting ready to change. They devise a plan and get mentally and or physically ready to carry it out. Action/willpower. This is the journey where behavior is changed day to day through doing the next right thing and being consistent in actions. Maintenance. Once the behavior is changed, the goal is met, it must be maintained. A person can't achieve the goal, then abandon the behavior that got them the result if they want the result to be lasting. Relapse. When a person returns to previous behaviors and abandons the new changes. All progress could be lost and a person could end up in a more negative state than before. There's something you should know and prepare yourself for. The saying, past behavior predicts future behavior, is true and scientifically valid. Researchers from Texas A&M University and State University of New York College at Cortland did an evaluation of existing research findings on the effects of past behavior predicting future behavior. What they found was that intentions guide behavior, and when a new behavior is difficult, a person must use higher decision-making processes. In these cases, researchers concluded that past behavior, along with attitude and subjective norms, may contribute to intentions, which again guides behavior. Simply put, when a new behavior is difficult, a person typically reverts back to their habits and past behaviors, and their intentions play a large role in this. This is why having a relapse plan is important in the process. If this conversation is speaking to you today, I invite you to follow the show so we can stay connected on your journey together. Stay with me because next we're going to finish this chapter and get realistic about the process of change and what it really takes to transform. Are you dreading the holidays? You're not alone, and that's why I created the Royal Holidays Survival Guide Experience, a digital and coaching program for women who want to reclaim their peace, protect their joy, and say no to toxic traditions. Visit becomingpublishing.com to explore the full program, including private coaching for the season. Let's make this the year you actually enjoy the holidays. Let's conclude the reading of Chapter 9, Creating Lasting Change and Transformation in the New Year, from my book, The Royal Holiday Survival Guide. Just give it a little time. Now, I'm not telling you that change is possible overnight. It may seem like it happened really quickly, as in my case, but change really is a process. There's something I don't think most people realize. You can't form a new habit and change your behavior in just a few weeks. Most people are only willing to give the change process a few days. So if they don't see results in a few weeks, typically less than 3, they give up and revert back to previous behavior. In a study published in the European Journal of Social Psychology, health psychology researchers at University College London found that it took anywhere from 18 to 254 days for people to form a new habit, with the average being 66 days. So, you should be ready to give it at least 2 to 3 months before quitting. Having this mindset during the preparation stage will set you up for success. I love what Case Kinney, editor-in-chief of Pursuit.com, wrote in 2017, quote, "Simply put, if your daily actions and decisions aren't in line with who you want to be and where you want to go, your self-esteem will suffer," end quote. Consistency is key. I'll say it again. Just do the next right thing. If you mess up, go back to doing the next right thing and working your plan. If you need help formulating a good plan or someone to walk beside you and coach you through the change process, I can help you with that. Sometimes you have to put on a new pair of glasses, figuratively, and change your focus. Like Dr. Wayne Dyer always said, quote, "What you focus on expands," end quote. And, quote, "When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change," end quote. There's a quote by William James that I really love. Quote, "It's our attitudes at the beginning of a difficult task which more than anything else will affect its successful outcome," end quote. We must keep this in mind before we ever decide to make a change or form a plan. I've been saying it a lot lately, but you really can change, and it doesn't take a big overhaul to make it happen. Consistent daily actions create your tomorrow, good or bad. Here's to the new year and the new you. May you succeed in all you do and enjoy this season to the fullest. Thank you for spending this time with me and for allowing me to speak into the woman you're becoming. As we close out Season 1, I encourage you to remember this. Change is not a race. It isn't a reinvention. It's a returning back to your truest, strongest, softest self. As you step into the new year, I recommend giving yourself the gift of patience, the gift of grace, and the gift of believing that you are worth the work, because you are. If this conversation has supported you, I extend the invitation for you to follow the show so we can stay connected. I would be honored to walk with you in your journey of elegance, empowerment, and becoming. We'll return in late January with Season 2 with deeper conversations, richer insight, and new chapters of growth. Until then, take exquisite care of yourself. Here's to the new year and the new, beautiful, becoming version of you. Thank you so much for spending time with me on Becoming, Conversations in Elegance and Empowerment. Was there something in this episode that resonated with you? Share your thoughts in the comments and share this episode with a friend who could use some guidance today. If you're ready to take your personal growth to the next level, visit becomingpublishing.com to explore my exclusive coaching programs and resources tailored for ambitious women like you. There you can also download your free Elegant Woman's Essentials PDF and audio for becoming the calm, confident queen of your own life. If you found value in this episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share with your friends who are ready to create the magnificent life and relationships they truly deserve. Until next time, stay elegant, stay empowered.
Becoming